Tzvi Salo was a 5-year-old in Warsaw when World War II began. He fled with his family to Italy, Greece, and Australia, and finally found refuge in 1959 in Kibbutz Nirim on the border with Gaza. Hamas gunmen attacked Nirim on October 7th as part of terrorist attacks on Israel that left 1,200 dead, including 5 in Nirim. 240 people were taken hostage, including Salo's next-door neighbors.
We woke up at 6:30 in the morning because there was shooting outside, and we heard people screaming in Arabic, running in between the houses. So we locked the door and we waited till the army relieves us, but it took them 7 hours.
At age 89, Salo says he suffers most because he had to leave his kibbutz home of almost 70 years, and he's not sure when it will be safe for him to return. He says the ordeal has brought back memories of his childhood fleeing the Nazis and being a homeless refugee for many years. Polish Holocaust survivor Sarah Jackson says having to evacuate Kibbutz Sa'ad, where she lived for 6 decades, has also brought back childhood memories of being a refugee. During the October 7th attack, Jackson hid for hours in her home bomb shelter, together with 6 young people who fled the Nova Music Festival massacre. Some of them recently visited her to express their gratitude.
Those lovely people came into my house. I don't remember if they asked permission. They went to the front door, they locked the door, and I have a very big armchair in the corner, and they put the armchair to the door, and we all went into the shelter.
Historians say the Holocaust is still very much part of the Israeli consciousness, and that a sense of collective trauma may have been triggered by the October 7th attacks.
There were things that happened on the 7th of October, like people being locked in safe rooms for a long time, which reminded people very much of what was happening in ghettos during roundups during the period of the Holocaust.
Hamas gunmen shot and seriously wounded Nova Music Festival attendee Tomer Zadik as he hid from them. Zadik's great-grandfather Jacob survived the Holocaust by jumping off a train headed to Auschwitz.
8 years after that, we have our own country. And Jacob's great-grandson, in the country that Jacob helped build in order for something like that to never happen again, found himself hiding in the woods for hours after being shot, fighting for his life and waiting to get rescued. And I think this terrible similarity between my story and the story of my great-grandfather really comes to show you what happened on October 7th.
The trauma of October 7th, like the trauma of the Holocaust, is something that Israelis will live with for generations. Linda Gradstein, VOA News, Kibbutz Negba.